But first, there are several big developments regarding the gunman and now his wife. West 2 Summer Knowles is live near Pulse nightclub, where this all started nearly 3 nights ago. Summer.
Well, guys, we are on Orange Avenue inside of Pulse nightclub behind me, where tonight there's still a police presence and a portion of the road blocked off here. Now, as far as the investigation, new developments today really focused on the wife of Omar Mateen and the fact that she may have known beforehand what her husband was planning on doing.
They are married for 3.5 years, and she is a very good girl. Very honest, sincere person.
The woman Omar Mateen's father describes as a good person is now at the center of the investigation into the deadliest mass shooting in the U.S.'s history.
Ms. Salman, did you have any indication your husband was going to do this?
Mateen's wife, Noor Zahi Salman, a U.S. citizen of Palestinian descent, told the FBI she tried talking her husband out of carrying out the attack at Pulse nightclub Sunday, but to no avail. We now know Mateen legally purchased multiple guns within the past week, including an assault rifle and handgun that he used in the brutal attack, killing 49 people and injuring more than 50 others. During Salman's interview with federal agents, she told investigators she was with her husband when he purchased ammunition and a holster, and that she had driven him by Pulse nightclub at least once before to scope it out. And if true, authorities believe he may have been familiar with where the club's exits and restrooms were. As agents further investigate Salman's possible involvement with the massacre and try to determine if they will charge her criminally, they are now looking into claims Mateen had frequented gay nightclubs, possibly scouting locations, and that he used dating apps where he expressed interest in men. One of whom telling NBC News he remembers Mateen.
Yeah, I recognize him. I recognize him from one of the apps, but I instantly blocked him because, like, he was like very creepy in his messages.
Now, again, at the moment, no criminal charges have been filed against the wife of Omar Mateen, the man responsible for the massacre here at the Pulse nightclub, but we're told charges are certainly a possibility. We'll keep you posted. Reporting live south of downtown Orlando, Summer Knowles, West 2 News.
And we are hearing more. West 2 Summer Knowles has the new details on how officers were able to track her down.
Whitney Beal arrested Friday for drinking and driving after a night of partying. The evidence against her, the Periscope live stream heard and seen around the world.
Oh my God, I didn't know I'd get this many people. I am super drunk in the USA, the light is red. I am drunk on South Florida Avenue because I'm a drunk person. Let's see if I can do it all the way home, people, without a ticket.
Almost immediately, one of her concerned viewers called 911.
Hi there. I just saw a girl on Periscope driving drunk.
How do you know she's drunk?
She's slurring her speech, and she's going from one end to another on the street.
Investigators tell us that the 23-year-old was not only periscoping in the car from behind the wheel while driving, but she was also periscoping from the bar where she was drinking before even getting in the car.
I really don't know where I am.
But again, it was only after this video of her behind the wheel posted that Lakeland police officers were called into action. One of them having to use his personal Periscope account to help track her down using landmarks seen in the Periscope post.
And within minutes, they found her driving, flat front tire. She hit the curb again. They pulled her over, and it was just obvious from that point she was intoxicated. They went through the test. She failed and went to jail.
Beal, a little camera shy Monday when asked about her drunk girl driving Periscope video, eventually said it was all a mistake. Police and others are now hoping her very public mistake will serve as a lesson not only to Beal. Summer Knowles, West 2 News on CW18.
We have
The mother of a Florida woman missing for almost 2 weeks is asking the community to continue the search. Rebecca Todd spoke out about the search for her daughter, Trisha Todd, in Palm Beach County. Now, she was reported missing back on April 27th in Hobe Sound. Police say Todd never showed up to pick up her daughter from her ex-husband. So today, her mom thanked the community for their support and asked each of them not to give up.
I'm asking everyone to continue to search. Someone out there knows something or is seeing something.
Now, Todd's cell phone and credit cards are missing but have not been used since she vanished. Investigators do not suspect her ex. It could be right now.
now there's new proof that more people struggling with homelessness are getting the help they need. The latest homeless census across Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties found more than 20% decrease in those who have no place to call home. Today, Leadership Seminole, a task force formed to deal with the issue of homelessness, met to brainstorm on what's next in their efforts. And leading that conversation is the former national housing czar in the Bush and Obama administrations.
Video of the crime in progress.
Well, we're at the corner of Seagrave Street and Mary McLeod Bethune Boulevard where this happened. And take a look. You can see right here where the business owner has now painted over the graffiti that was on this side of his wall. Now, we're told it happened Sunday morning, and it happened with that security camera recording.
But it's upsetting, you know, and it's just frustrating.
Frustration best describes how Derek Goss felt as he watched surveillance video of a man vandalizing his business. The video shows the man driving up to Artistic Florist on Mary McLeod Bethune Boulevard in Daytona Beach early Sunday morning and turning his lights off moments before getting out and spray painting the side of Goss's business.
I just thought, here we go again, really, you know, because this happened a number of times.
But this time, it was caught on camera, and at one point, you can even see the suspect's face.
They're not thinking clearly, obviously. If there's a camera right there with a sign, you know, it's just, I don't know what to call it, you know. It's ridiculous.
I think he needs to be on real TV for the world's most dumbest crime.
After spending nearly 5 minutes tagging the building, the suspect even pulls out a camera and takes a picture of the wall before hopping back in his car and taking off.
Question is, how dare you?
Deborah Goss says she's actually a fan of graffiti art, but not when it's on the wall of her business.
Disappointed is a good word.
Goss's message to the man responsible:
get a job, you know, get a job.
I want to say to him, someone know who you are, and we hoping that they will step up to the plate and help you.
Now, again, this business has been hit 3 times, so anyone with information about this crime is asked to contact the police department here in Daytona Beach immediately. In Daytona Beach, Summer Knowles, West 2 News on CW18.
Checking your first forecast with 2.
Orange County deputies are looking for 3 men who they say were involved in an attempted kidnapping. Today, they released this composite sketch of one of the men they're looking for, and they say a 1990s black Honda is similar to the one that deputies say the men used when they tried to grab a girl 2 weeks ago. So here's the deal. A young woman was walking home from a friend's house on the night of March 10th when deputies say the car drove up next to her at the intersection of Koval and Woodruff. The victim told deputies 2 of the 3 men inside the car got out and came towards her, one of them even grabbing her arm. As detectives say, the others yelled for him to take her. In the end, she was able to run away unharmed.
It's very scary for her. You know, she's still shaken up. She's still upset about it.
Here's another look at the composite sketch in just a second and the vehicle. The suspects are described as Hispanic men, one mid-30s, the other in their mid-20s. We've asked deputies why it took so long to hear about this crime, but we have not heard back from them yet. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Line at 1-800-423-TIPS.
Your first alert weather now. It's been a few days since we've seen those clouds and also a few isolated showers to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to get the details now from meteorologist Dave Cottrella. Dave?
Hey, well, it's feeling a lot.
Power.
Well, this incident actually happened yesterday morning, and it happened right here in the victim's driveway. And if you take a look over here tonight, you can see there is a lot of evidence still left behind. 2 bullet holes in the victim's neighbor's car, and this damage is not the only damage done.
It's through the grace of God that I'm alive today.
That's after Eric James says he was the victim of an attempted armed robbery right in the driveway of his home, moments after he noticed someone driving a minivan around his neighborhood with the headlights off.
Said, hey guys, how you doing? I just want to let you know that the person that just dropped you off is rolling around the neighborhood with no lights on. And one of the guys approached me, said, yeah, I know. Give me all your effing money and everything you've got on you.
But instead, he ran in between the cars in his driveway and pulled out a gun of his own.
And he started coming through the middle as well. And he said, come on, MF, give me all your or you're dead. And at that point, I said, no, MF, you're dead. And that's when I pointed the gun at him and lit off about 4 to 5 rounds.
Bullets riddled his neighbor's cars and garage doors.
It looked like a war zone. I mean, I unloaded everything because I was so scared. I'm not a very good shot. Apparently, I tore up half the neighborhood, and I feel terrible. And the neighbors, thank God, are understanding and sympathetic.
Orlando police say they now have at least 2 suspects in custody. James's message to them.
The next time, you might not be so lucky because a lot of good civilians like myself are armed, and I'm sure more people are going to arm themselves. Your chances are going way down, guys.
Summer Knowles, West 2 News.
Tonight, we are hearing from the mother of a...
Well, right now we are on Hastings Street, literally a mile in between Silver Star Road and West Colonial Drive. If you take a look behind me, you can see the crime scene. You still see a lot of flashing lights out here right now. Orange County Sheriff's deputies, along with Orange County Fire Rescue, responded to the scene, but FHP is out here. They are heading up this investigation, and right now in the northbound lanes, you can still see what appear to be some of the victims' clothing.
We recovered the remains of the 2-year-old from the water.
It was the news an already heartbroken Orlando community was dreading. The body of 2-year-old Lane Graves, who was visiting Walt Disney World with his family from Nebraska, was recovered Wednesday afternoon after divers' intense search for him.
It's really sad. We were devastated, to hear the news. But it was just tragic, and it broke my heart.
Tourists and Florida natives say the news weighed heavily on their hearts and that they empathize with the family of little Lane, who was attacked and dragged underwater by a gator near the beach at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort Tuesday night.
Definitely, there should have been signs and probably more light.
There were signs up at the time, but they had no mention of the presence of alligators. But Friday afternoon, that changed. Signs like this now posted throughout the property. Additionally, workers have now installed a fence.
But I think the signage is the best way to go.
I think it'll take away from some of the ambiance of the location. The Grand Floridian is a marvelous hotel, and but I think that's probably the proper thing to do. Either that or close the beach.
Everybody needs to be educated. So I know, he knows. Would you go in that lake, Uriah? You gonna go in that lake over there? No? How come?
I'm scared.
You scared? What are you scared of? Crocodile?
So far, 6 gators have been captured, but it's still unknown if the gator responsible for killing Graves is among them. And as far as Disney's beaches, well, at last check, they were still closed. Summer Knowles, West 2 News.
One town that understands all too